Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Time for a video again. Well, today's video, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the Black Nasty Haitiensis and talk about the fry. And also we're going to have a look at the big old male Umbee. And we'll have a look at him and have a to talk about him like. So now we're sat in front of Wolfie for the introduction as per usual. And he's got some right scratches and scrapes on his snout. Because as usual, I want to see, but I was going to take this off the tripod and we'll have a quick look. See if we can look at the female, because she's got really bumped up. She's got all ragged skin inside her mouth. Anyway, like I said, we're going to look at the Haitiensis, Black Nasty and the Umbees. Without further ado, let's get on it! Right, before we look at the Umbee and the Black Nasties, I'll just have a quick look at these. I've took it off the tripod, obviously. And he's got on more so on the other side. Look above his eye, he's got skin scraped off above his eye. He's got skin scraped off on his nose and above his other eye. And the female, her mouth is really raggy and ripped about like. So they've had a spawning and it's turned out quite a rough affair this time. But she's not going to show her face. I'll get to the other end of the tank and I'll see if we can peer in from the other end. I'm right down the far end now, but she's facing the other way and it's too far away to see properly. So we're probably going to have to give this one a miss. But I've seen her jaws. The skin inside her mouth. Get out of the way, Wolfie. Look at this skin above his eye. Anyway, I'm already going on, ain't we? Let's get on with this video. Right, we'll start this video off with the Haitiensis. This is Stan and Hilda. Hilda's looking a bit washed out. I like it when she's jet black, but she goes jet black in spawning mode. But they've not spawned in a while. I've took the spawning pot out to try to stop them from spawning, give them a bit of a break. Yeah, so this is Stan and Hilda. Stan's doing really well. He must be 14 inches, so he's only got another 2 or 3 inches to go, and he'll be getting up to full size. But that 2 or 3 inches will take quite a while, and there's a lot of difference between a 14-inch fish and a 17 inch fish. He'll pole the weight on. Anyway, he's giving her a bit of a hard time, isn't he? I'll put some pellets in this end. I'll put it on pause and grab some pellets. See if he'll calm down a bit. And then we'll have a chat. A Haitiensis chat. There we go. I'll put a handful of pellets in there. Hopefully that'll calm them down a bit. Yeah, so they're just normal hikari pellets, nothing elaborate. Some people get paranoid about the diet of the Haitiensis, but I treat these just like I do all the other cichlids. No special treatment whatsoever. And I believe these are a bloat-free Haitiensis, and now I'm producing bloat-free fry. Yeah, I'll explain. Yeah, so I've been keeping Haitiensis for over a decade now, and I've been breeding them all that time. And what I found was, in the early days, that the Haitiensis what I had in the beginning, they were very susceptible to the bloating. I'd breed them and probably get a few hundred fry. Put them in grow out tanks, and one by one would die, then another would die, then another would die, then another would die, and then I was left with just two or three at the end. So then I had a different technique. I used to grow the fry out individually in little tiny, like 10-gallon tanks, individually, and I had a lot of success doing it that way. But like I said, I've been doing it for 10 years. Over this 10 years now, I've got to the stage where I don't give these Haitiensis any special treatment, any special diet. You know, they don't get any extra water changes or better water quality than any of my other fish. But now, when I breed them, I'll put 100 fry in a tank, and I have a 99% success rate. So what's that all about? Maybe it's generations of you know, like the strong ones what survive. I don't know, to be honest, but what I'm finding now is, like, I don't have any trouble raising these Haitiensis fry. Right, I'll put another handful of Haikaris in the top there. They're a bit reluctant this time. There they're taking them. There they go, like. Yeah, so where was I at? Yeah, the fry what I'm producing nowadays, I don't get any mortalities. But I must say, the parents what bred the bloat fry, they were far more aggressive than these. So I do believe it doesn't. I won't get too paranoid about water temperature, diet, or any special treatment. But in my theory, the more aggressive ones are the ones what bloat. Yeah, don't ask me why, but these are nowhere near as aggressive as the early ones what I kept. There's right glass bangers. You put your hand in the tank to try to bite you. You wipe the glass with a cloth and they would attack the glass. But these are quite placid, really, compared to the early ones I used to keep. But maybe that's why they don't bloat, because all that aggression, it's got to be quite stressful for them. So, like, I'll show you the fry, what I've raised. And I'll tell you where you can buy some from if you want some decent quality Haitiensis, what are gonna live and not bloat. But before we go there, I want to show you something what I wouldn't have believed a few years ago. Right, I've moved over now to the Red Devil, Botox, and his partner, the female Doveye. Look at her looking up there at the surface. And there's a couple of convicts in here. I'll just give them some pellets in this corner. There he goes. Go on, Botox. Yeah, that Doveye's getting some. Is there a spawning tube coming down again? Can't quite see that. Anyway, if you're a regular viewer to this channel, you'll know I got that many Haitiensis fry. I had to like scoop them out and throw them in this tank as feeder fish. But what I need to show you now, what I would never believe what would have happened, is like, we'll move across here, look. So we've got a pair of convicts there. And can you see that little tiny fish there? Can you see it? Do you know what that is? That's a Haitiensis, a feeder. So like I said, these are bloat free. So a few years ago, I would say, oh, they're gone now because they came along. Anyway, a few years ago, I would say the Haitiensis would obviously get eaten up by the Doveye and the Red Devil, but if it never got eaten, I would have thought it would have died of stress. Yeah, but as you can see, this little guy hasn't died of stress, so he's not bloating and getting all stressed out and poorly, so he's going to be a survivor. And if I bred from him, that'll be making the strain even more bloat resistant. He's right next to these convicts. He's eating all the little crumbs. Can you see him? Eating all the little crumbs what come out of their gills. I'll tell you what, mate, you're gonna when these convicts start spawning, you're gonna have to make a hasty retreat, because there's nothing more feisty than a breeding convict. But there's living proof that these don't bloat in community environments. Anyway, look at the size of that guy. That's the Red Devil. He's looking for the the big chunks. Right, the convicts keep out of the way of him. Anyway, let's go down and have a look at the fry, and I'll tell you where you can buy some and fry from if that's what you want. These are 2-inch Haitiensis fry, and if you want to grow a nice pair of Haitiensis, black nasties, or you want to get, depending on what part of the country you live in, you either want to get to Rick at Predator Aquatics, or go get yourself down to Wharf Aquatics. Both places well worth a visit and well worth a ride out. Let's give these a bit of food. There they go, look. They're very healthy. So I must have had 100 in here, maybe more. And none of them have died of bloat, because they always say it's the danger bit is from getting them from like fry up to like 3 or 4 inches. But like as you can see, these are all healthy guys, doing really well. So if you want to grow a nice male, female, or pair or whatever, get yourself off to Wharf Aquatics or Predator Aquatics. Anyway, let's go back up into the house. Yeah, so there we have it. After 10 years of breeding these Haitiensis, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what's happened. Like, but said in the early days, I struggled to get them past the fry stage. I used to put 100 or so in an aquarium. Used to drop like flies. But now, you know now I have to use them as feeder fish. So if you want some fry from Stan and Hilda, yeah, you know where to get them from now. Go and see Graham at Wharf, or Rick at Predator Aquatics. Anyway, we talked enough about the Haitiensis. I'm going to tell you what my intentions are with the Umbee, Crazy Joe. We'll have a look at Crazy Joe. Right, we've moved over to, as my regulars, if you're a regular here, you'll know this is Crazy Joe. This is my old male Umbee. He's a big old lad. He's 20 inches, and he's getting quite old. And I wouldn't say he's in the best of health, but he's still doing the business and doing the breeding, like. So I had to make a decision. I thought, do I when he passes, do I need another Umbee? Because I'm struggling with tank space. Because these are Rio Mag Umbees. Well, I suppose all Umbees do. They get absolutely massive, just like dove eyes. Look at the size of his head. It's bloody huge, really thick. He's got a concave belly because, like I said, he's getting old and that, and he's not in the best of health. So I'm thinking, like, he ain't gonna live forever. So what I've decided to do is grow some of his fry on and get another male from the same bloodline as old Crazy Joe. He's absolutely beautiful. I just wish he was a bit fatter, but you can't live forever, can you? So I'll show you the grow outs, and I'll tell you where you can buy some of Rio Mag Crazy Joe fry from. Right, so these are me Rio Mag Umbees from Crazy Joe. I've moved them all on. So if you want to grow a big male out, a blue freckled monster, these are available from Predator Aquatics again, Rick at Predator Aquatics. So I've sold them all the babies, and I've kept 6. I've kept 6 back for myself because I can't, like, I haven't made my mind up. Well, do I want another great big male? What's difficult to accommodate. But what I've done here, like, this is how I always do it. Everybody has their own methods. So this is only a 4 foot 18 by 18, but I filled it from rocks from one end to the other. Rocks and the hiding places, and these will like chase one another, and I'll end up with a pair without a shadow of a doubt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some pellets in the top here. There they go, look. So these like 2, 2.5 or whatever, 3 inches. They normally show, they normally sex out about 5 or 6 inches. So I've got a little while to go yet. But in the past, for one of my very, very early videos, I've bred Umbees in tanks this tiny. Not recommended. Anyway, Woods, you're waffling. Let's go back and finish it off and looking at Crazy Joe. Yeah, so there we have my grow out tank. Like, I'll get a male out of that lot, but the question is, oh look, he's giving her some chip, isn't she? That's her refuge. She's always got a safe haven in there. It's still, I say, like I said, he's quite got a sunken belly and that, but he's still active. He feeds not as well as would have liked him to feed, but there's life in the old dog yet. Look at that female, eh? She's got hold of his bottom lip. She's a quarter of the size of what he is, but look at her grabbing hold of his lip. Oh, I've let go now. So they won't be long before the spawning again, believe me. Like, she's going all blonde and her dorsal's getting the black in it. Yeah, there's still life in the old dog yet, and he does produce some absolutely brilliant fry. And that's his female. Come on, Joe, mate. We all want to see you. He is absolutely stunning. Got a massive, massive foot, massive head. Yeah, so oh, that's a nice shot of him. Like, I think I'll end up keeping one, won't I? Who can resist a nice big monster? A nice freckled, what do they call him? A blue freckled monster. Stunning fish. He's got good genetics, and if you want to buy some of his babies, get yourself down to Predator Aquatics. Anyway, I think I've waffled on enough. Did you see her shooting the end of that pipe? She's got that off to a fine art, hasn't she? He'll not catch her. She's peeping her head out there. He'll not catch her. She's too cunning and wise. There he is, Joe. Anyway, shut up, Woods. You've gone on too long. So about time to wrap this video up. Time to wrap the video up now, like, so if you live in the UK and you want a Black Nasty or a Rio Mag Umbee, at least you know where you can go and get one from now. So like, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and all the people that like and watch the videos. And until next time, I've got to say, happy fish keeping to you all. And if you've watched it to this stage, you are a superhero. I hope it hasn't been too long and dragged out and boring. All the superheroes out there, happy fish keeping to you all. Until next time, ta-ra!